A woman by the name of Sherry Papini has been all over the news after pleading guilty to a kidnapping hoax back in 2016. The mother of two admitted to lying about being taken against her will and even fabricated a story about being tortured. And after a thorough investigation, authorities say her disappearance was a farce so she could spend time with her lover. Papini will be sentenced in July, and her husband has filed for divorce and wants custody of the children. What are your thoughts on this?
This is crazy. I think he lasted longer than I thought he should. I remember when I first heard the news that she was kidnapped, and of course she claimed it was two Mexican women, and that right there just was ridiculous anyway. But the fact that she went to an old boyfriend, left her children and then when she came back, I mean, I remember her husband being devastated and being on the news and being heartbroken. And then for her to brand herself, cut off her hair, bruised herself so she could come back and say that she escaped. I mean,
Tortured.
How a mother can do that and leave your kids and do all that, I mean, a mess. I'm glad he's divorcing her.
There has to be serious.
She watched that movie Gone Girl and was like, I could do this in real life. No, sweetie, like that's absolutely insane and not okay to do. And here's my thing. If you have the nerve to concoct a plan like this, pull something like this off, have your family, your friends, the police looking for you, worried about you, you leave your children, why not just have the nerve to say, hey, I'm unhappy and I'd like to get with the lover guy?
Yeah. How about that?
Well, I think the thing that is really sad about this situation is, first of all, this reminds me of the classic times when white women would blame a person of color for a kidnapping or a rape.
Terrible.
And these are two Hispanic women.
Yeah.
And to add the Hispanic part, you know, it gets everybody's in their feelings.
Yep.
And making assumptions and suspicions. That's my number one problem.
In my feelings. I'm in my feelings.
Yes. And then look at the way this trial is being held versus someone like Jussie Smollett. Now, Jussie Smollett, you know, it's been proven, but he was going to get up to 10 years, and now it's on appeal. This woman the prosecutors agreed to sentence her to 8 to 14 months in custody.
Right.
And she'll pay $300,000 in restitution. But she is, like, absolutely guilty.
Right. And
so,
she could have gotten 20 years.
25. So my issue is that when we talk about there are injustices in the justice system, this is an example of what we're talking about.
Right.
So you can't sit back and say people of color are making up stuff because here's a great example.
Right.
And shout out to the investigators. The way they found her was because there was DNA on her clothing. They had to go put that into a system, and then they found the boyfriend, and had to dig in his trash just like they do in SVU. They do that. And they found it on a pop
They sure
thing.
did.
Right. So shout out to the investigators, but this is an example when we talk about the inequities.
And now why didn't she say two white women? Why did she make them Hispanic? Because it's more believable.
Because we want to get you in the feelings.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
They want to get you. They want to make it believable.
A whole mess.
A mess.